record and share again just in case anyone misses today.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, honey.
Label the place value charts, fill in the blanks to make the following equations true. Draw discs in the place value chart to show how you got your answer, using arrows to show any building. Bundling. Bundling, that's what I meant to say, but then I accidentally.
That's okay. Remember from yesterday, we talked about bundling the discs together to make a bigger place value. Okay, so number one, we have 10 times 3 ones. So who remembers, what are we going to do first? So if you just read it to us, what's the first thing that we're going to do before we start drawing anything?
Wait, are you talking to me or are you?
Anyone can unmute themselves and tell me. What do we want to do first? Sophia, read it to us in the directions. Okay, it says label the place value charts. So that's what we're going to do first. Tyler, what place value is this?
That's what you get, Autumn.
Oh, is that you, Soren? Soren, what place value is this right here?
Ones, which is the first one.
No, ones is the smallest. This is our largest place value.
That is thousands.
Thousands, good. And then what comes next, Soren?
Hundreds, and then tens, and then ones.
Very good.
And plus, I'm punishing Autumn because she almost blinded me in one eye.
Okay, now we're going to start with what we know here. 10 times 3 ones. So we know we have 3 ones. So we're going to go to the ones place value and draw 3 discs, each of them representing 1. Sarah, think back to yesterday when it tells us to make 10 times 3 ones. Do you remember what we do then?
Exchange it for 3 tens.
We can't exchange anything yet because I only have 3 ones. We have to make these 10 times bigger. So what do I have to do to each of those ones? Do you remember what we did?
I forgot what to call it.
I need to add something on, and we build on this way. How many more discs do I need to put in each row?
10.
10. I want to have 10 total. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 already. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to fill in this first blank. Nina, how many ones do I have now?
You have 31.
Very good. So right here, I'm going to fill in my 30. And if you are fluent with your extended facts, here, 10 times 3 gives us 30. So now we're going to do some bundling and some exchanging. Olivia, how many ones can I exchange for a 10?
You can exchange 10 of those ones for 10 for a long.
Very good. So, Olivia, this whole row that I just circled, how many 10s does that give us?
1.
Very good. So then I'm going to bundle these 10 together and give me another 10. And I'm going to bundle these ones together to give me one more 10. Trace, finish this up for me. 31s equals how many 10s? So I had 10, 20, 31s, and I exchanged them for these 10. So how many 10s do I have?
3.
Very good. So at home, I want you to go ahead and read this line with me. Go. 10 times 3 ones equals 31s equals 3 10s. So those are all equivalent. 31s equals 3 10s.
Here.
Okay, let's move on to letter B. 10 times 2 10s equals blank. 10s equals blank. So let's go ahead and label our place value chart again. We haven't been going bigger than thousands in this lesson. So we have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones.
So we can fucking put them back there. You can make them fucking brothers. You can actually take a fucking.
Wait until you guys turn.
You know what? Clean up. Now.
Tyler, how many, where am I going to start in this question? Where am I going to draw my first chips, my first discs? So I have 10 times 2 10s. Where can I put my 2 10s? In which column?
Ones place.
No, we don't have ones. We have 2 10s. So what column, what place value column will we start
The tens?
in? How many am I going to draw?
2.
Good. So I put my 2 here. And then, Tyler, I have to show 10 times these 2 10s. So what should I draw going this way?
9.
Very good. 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. Here's 1 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I can do some bundling and exchanging. Seth, I can bundle these 10 10s, gives me 1 what?
10.
What, honey?
1 10.
No, I have 10 10s.
That's
10 10s gives me 1 what?
100.
And if you're not sure, you can always count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I'm going to exchange those for 100. Then I'm going to bundle these 10 10s together for another 100. So now we have to fill in our chart. My first, how many 10s, Seth, did I have here? Total.
2.
Stellar.
200.
2.
No, not 2. How many 10s? So count all these, like 1, 2, 3. Count up all of our discs there. How many do we have?
20. You're chompy today. You're
Lauren, how many 20 10s is how many hundreds?
20 tens is 200.
200. Very good. Okay, and then we did letter C yesterday. So do you guys have any questions? Please unmute yourself and ask if you have any questions about how to use these place value charts. Soren, please stop playing with that. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're good and we'll move on. All right, that's what I like to see. Good job. Okay, we did number 2 yesterday. So today we're going to do number 3, a word problem about Matthew.
Here.
Peyton, can you read this question for us, please?
Matthew has 30 stamps in his collection. Matthew's father has 10 times as many stamps as Matthew. How many stamps does Matthew's father have? Use numbers or words to explain how he got your answer.
Okay, and if you have a highlighter, this is where we would use it, or I'm just going to use my pencil because I don't have one with me right now, and we're going to underline what's important. So we need to know that Matthew has 30 stamps, and Matthew's father has 10 times as many. We want to know how many stamps does Matthew's father have. Does anyone have any ideas of what we could do to solve? What do you think, Peyton?
We can multiply 30 times 10.
Tell me why you think that.
Well, I think of multiplication first, because usually when I see 10 times as many or this many times as many, I think of
Mhm.
multiplication because you're
Okay, so these
multiplying
are-
the amount.
Those are great key words. So you knew 10 times as many. Why did you multiply by 30?
Because that's how many Matthew has, and Matthew's father has 10 times as many.
Very good. Okay, Nina, I want you to help me with this part. So when I look at this big extended multiplication problem, those are big numbers. How many zeros are in this equation? How many zeros do you see?
3 0. Wait, 2 zeros in the.
2. So I'm going to take these 2 zeros off, and I'm going to put this over here in my answer. So now, Nina, I'm left with a basic fact. 3 times 1 equals what?
3.
Very good. So, Nina, how should I label this answer? 300 what?
300 stamps.
Very good. 300 stamps. Then you always want to go back and make sure it makes sense. So I would look and I would see, okay, Matthew has 30. If his father has 10 times as many, that means his father should have more. So I ask myself, is 300 stamps more than 30? Yes. So that's all. I'm going to check that to make sure I'm confident in my answer. Okay, if you're good with this page, give me a thumbs up, and you can turn to the next page. I'm going to scan everyone to see if I see thumbs up.
There you go.
What page?
Tyler, do you have a question?
What page?
We just finished page 2. Now we're moving on to page 3. Does it say Jane at the top? It's too small on my screen. Does it say number 4, Jane saved?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So yesterday, after your assignment for yesterday was to do number 4 and 5. So today we're going to do number 6 together. And then if anyone had any problems with any of the questions from yesterday, I'll meet with you after we go over these. Miss Olivia, can you read number 9, please?
Fill in the blanks to make the statement true.
Number 6, honey. Sorry, the one about Sarah.
Sarah is 9 years old. Sarah's grandfather is 90 years old. Sarah's grandfather is how many times as old as Sarah?
So let's go ahead and underline Sarah, 9 years old. Grandfather, 90 years old. How many times as old as Sarah? Soren, please stop doing that. That's becoming very distracting for those of us trying to get through this page and learn and ask some questions. Okay, Seth, what do you think?
10.
Okay, tell me why you think that.
Because when you bundle these up, when you have 9 columns and you bundle them up to the tens, that's 9 times 10.
Okay, so Seth said 9 times 10, so I might do this. Sarah is 9 years old, and Sarah's grandfather is 90. So I might think 9 times question mark equals 90, because our job is to figure out how many times as old is the grandfather. So this is like a little bit of algebra here. When you get older, or actually even this year, we'll be putting a letter there, and the letter is a variable, and it just means figure me out. What am I? So 9 times what gives me 90? Seth?
10.
Very good. So I'm going to put my question mark equals 10. So down here you can fill out Sarah's grandfather is 10 times as old as Sarah. I'm going to leave that up there in case anyone needs to copy that down.
That's good. Okay, you can write here. You can write it like she did 9 times.
Okay, Now I'm gonna make you guys full screen so I can see everyone now. And do you have any questions about the problems that we did together today?
No.
Any questions about the place value chart, the word problems? Okay, I put a message on Dojo just to let you guys know that tomorrow I have a Schoology training in the afternoon. So there won't be a 1 o'clock Zoom tomorrow, but there is all the directions for tomorrow are on Wednesday on Schoology. Everything that you need to do.
Okay.
So right now, if you have questions about yesterday's assignment, you can stay on and ask them. If you don't have any questions, you can give me a wave and log off.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
There you go.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.